I'm Samson Judges and welcome back to the Book of Judges channel. Today we've got a 2026 goals list. We're going to be making it. Don't expect to hit all the goals on this list, but we're going to try our best. So to start with, let's shoot for 100 Instagram follows and 30 YouTube subs. Also, before you jump to the comments about handwriting, I'm aware it's terrible. I also don't know if you can see this list, might have to edit this in post. But 100 Instagram followers, 30 YouTube subs. I'm discovering that remaking a YouTube channel is very tough. Very difficult. And I've made 2 in the past, worked on 1 or 2 more. So, experience is hit and miss on that. But to make a variety channel to where you film a little bit of everything is tough. Because, not everybody's going to want a little bit of everything. Some people might just want games. Some people might just want toys. Some people might just want cards, board games, comics. The do-it-yourself stuff that might be there. But anyway, we're going to try. So 30 subs I think is going to be difficult for a whole year. The 100 Instagram follows I think will be pretty easy, but 100 that isn't bots will be hard. So currently this is like middle January. I think we're already at like 30, maybe 40, I don't know, somewhere in there. But again, out of those 30 or 40, I feel like 30 or 40 may be bots. So 100, 30, feel like it's doable. That one's maybe not. Number 2, got a little tricky one here. I'd like to try, so we're gonna put try, to attend 5 cons. Try to attend 5 cons. Now, this one's gonna be a little bit, what's the word? I don't want to say iffy, but cons is a convention, but we might count like card conventions with it. That might be a little more doable. I don't think this is too bad. I've got one I'm going to, I think, in March, and looking forward to it. I might try to do I'm going to do some type of content, but I want to try to do some content, whether it be like an interview type thing or something on that aspect. I don't really know yet. My sister's planning on going with me, so should at least have a camera person if that's the case, and we definitely have the mics figured out. So try to attend 5 cons. I think it's doable. 5's a little bit, I think I went to 1 last year and it was a small card convention. So try to attend 5 cons. Again, think it's doable. All right, number 3, this one's a little closer to, how do you want to say it? My problem, I guess. But for number 3, we're going to have finish the house. Okay, so finish the house, pretty straightforward. I still need to fully renovate my master bath and finish my master bedroom. Again, pretty straightforward. Get that done. This is one that needs to be number 1. Don't know why it got to 3, needs to be number 1. This one needs to be done by the end of the year. It's a pain. It's everything about it is just, yeah. So, and when I say finish the master bedroom, there's not a lot to do. It's like, I just need to pretty much clean it up. It's kind of eBay overstock right now from that. And then the full master bath, that's a challenge. That'll probably be a video, probably a multiple part video of some kind of me tiling it and all that jazz, but yeah. So again, pretty straightforward, finish the house. Simple. Okay, so number 4, we're back to content. I want to, again, finish, I spelled it wrong. We went to fish. Finish the BFD series. finish the BFD series. Now, so far, it's not extremely popular, but neither is the channel, so we aren't losing much on that front. I'm enjoying the series, and I also want to see at the end of the year, I'm really looking forward to the recap. Something about the idea of me either gaining or losing money seems enticing. And I want to know, did I make good fun? We might change the series after the first year to GFD. I don't know if that one's going to be a good term, but anyway, so Bad Financial Decision series, finish it, wrap it up. I mean, it's 52 episodes, more or less, with, I guess, a bonus episode somewhere at the end to wrap it all back together and go through the numbers. Might have to split that because I didn't really think about that. 52 things going through. Might have to do that in some type of like January of 2027 type thing of rolling over, I guess, the numbers, because you figure you'll probably have to do a couple weeks at a time at least. But yeah, finish the series. All right, number 5. Again, we're rolling content. I want to, let's see, film. What's a good number? 5 collabs with other people. Okay, so again, pretty simple. I filmed with other people a lot in the past. This isn't going to be that hard. Now, here's where it's going to get tricky. 5 collabs I think would be super easy. I mean, I'm wanting to do one for Stranger Things here in just a little bit. I'm waiting on my buddy to finish that, and then I've got a couple other ideas in mind. I think this number's easy. However, to give it a little bit of a challenge, let's switch markers for a second. To give it a little bit of a challenge, we're going to add a stipulation to this. 2 collabs with, let's see, people I don't know. There we go. Stepped on a box. 2 collabs out of the 5 with people I don't know. So if this goes over 5, that's fine. So like if I get to 7, 8, whatever with other people, that's fine. Still need the 2 with people I don't know. Now, whether that's an interview type thing of interviewing, you know, people at an anime convention or whatever we go to, that could count. We could fall into line with making new friends. That's always a possibility. If I stream with other people, that would be a collab. So, you know, we've got going on, what, 11 and a half months. We've got that to figure out. So film the collabs, easy. 2 people don't know, possibly difficult. Okay, so number 6 is start/complete top 100 games list. Okay, so this one probably my favorite that I'm looking forward to. I've had this idea for going on probably a year and a half now, and just haven't gotten my games moved yet. They're currently still in storage. I'm working on getting the game room fully set up to get them moved to here and start and complete top 100 games list. So my idea behind this, I am a big video game collector. I don't know the number I'm up to right now, but I want to go back, look through the whole collection of games, obviously, that I've played, and rank them from 100 to 1. And for some reason, this just fascinates me. I want to know what I actually think, because I get asked it a lot. Having that many video games, you know, now I've not played them all, let's be real. But having that many video games, I get asked a lot, what are your favorite games? What's your top 10? What's your top 5? And people expect like the stuff recent. And there are some recent games up there, but also there's really old games. Like, just to give a quick little insight or tip, wouldn't be a tip, it'd be more of a preview. There we go. So one of the games in my top 5 probably, again, I might change my mind when I make the list, but as of right now would be Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes on the GameCube. The remake for the PS1 or from the PS1, and it's probably going to be in top 5, at least top 10. But that's a series I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to do well on Instagram possibly, because it would be basically a video every day, and then the YouTube video would be the 10 or like 5 to 10 per video. And, you know, basically, again, the premise, top 100 games, I would do, you know, if we're talking about 100, that would be the first game on the list, or I guess the bottom game on the list. And I would explain a little bit about it, probably talk about a memory with it, show some gameplay, and then scoot on to the next one. So again, fun. I think this is a fun video idea. It's something that I wanted to film for a long time. And again, if nobody watches it, at least it's fun for me. So we've got that going for us. Okay, and at number 7, we're kind of piggybacking off this, but we have complete 12 new games. So pretty self-explanatory. I want to finish 12 new video games. I play a lot of multiplayer stuff. We've talked about this in the past. Siege, Marvel Rivals, things of that nature, stuff that you don't really beat. Phasmophobia, I've played a lot. I guess technically you could count platinuming something as completing it, but not really. So complete 12 new video games. I am currently at 1. I just beat Dispatch and could not be happier with that game. Could not rave about it more. I shot a little video to put into the top 100 game list, going back to that, and let me tell you, I wish I had a following at that point so I could have went live and told the world about that, because it was such a good game. If that's your style of game, with making the choices and the decisions and all that kind of thing, where it's like the branching storyline, man, just so good. It was, you know, part of the Telltale games. I'm already rambling, but you can tell just the enthusiasm I feel like from that. Again, complete 12 new games. Simple, straightforward, basically one a month. You know, if you get on a roll, you might do a couple a month. So, simple. Okay, so at 8, this is an idea I've had for a while. I play a lot of board games, have a board game night at least one Saturday a month. I'd like to, we're gonna put this one in blue because this is like probably a not gonna happen one, but there's always hope. It's called goals for a reason. I would like to host a D, I don't know how to do the ampersand sign, and D, what is that called? Story, that's probably not right, game. Now, whether that means film it and then put it up or live stream it, I don't know. I feel like this live stream would be funny, but it also might get off the rails. I've played D&D a few times, and most of the time it went off the rails. Again, going back to that idea at the very beginning, being variety, kind of wanting to do various content, you know, I know D&D's not for everybody. I mean, role-playing, that whole thing. Now, when we play, we don't get like, you know, it's not that detailed. You know, we're not out here dressing like wizards and warlocks. But anyway, I've got all the stuff to play. I've got friends that are interested in playing. But getting it filmed and all that, that's tough. So this might be partly complete by just playing it and then not filming it. But, you know, that's not content. And that's what we're here for. So number 8, tough one, wrote in blue, host a D&D, should have just put game, but that's what we're gonna roll with, number 8. All right, so at number 9, if you watch the intro video, we said we're gonna keep it real here and I guess be open and honest. So at number 9, I'd like to stay in shape or keep the weight off, I guess. You know, a little, who doesn't have a fitness 2026 goal? So let's just put stay in shape. So this one's pretty easy, not to stay in shape, but mainly because I was already there. I spent the end of last year, 2025, basically doing various workout programs to drop weight. I went from 235, I think, to I'm currently sitting around like 180, I think. So I don't know the math on that real quick, but it's like 50 some pounds, I think. Anyway, so stay in shape. Once you get in shape, not that difficult. The problem is stopping. If you stop working out, you tread back into that cycle of eating bad, or, I don't want to call it being lazy, because not everybody has time to work out. So it's not really a lazy thing. But especially with stuff like eating or drinking soft drinks, especially, that's bad. I haven't drunk soft drinks, like a full soft drink. I've had some here and there, let's be honest. But a full soft drink in probably going on 6 months now, which good for me. But I get it. Some people can't stop. I was one of those people that said I couldn't stop. And for whatever reason, I didn't even do diet. I just switched to water. And then, I'm gonna be honest, it probably sounds like I'm trying to get a sponsor deal, like anybody would do that, but I drank a lot of Prime. And I'm not one to advocate for Logan Paul. I don't have anything wrong with him, but the Prime was the best drink that I thought tasted the most like something that had sugar in it. You can get the zero sugar stuff and all that, but I can't have aspartame. So for the most part, I'm kind of limited, and Prime doesn't have it. So that's what fell into my lap of good tasting drinks. So anyway, number 9, stay in shape. Possibly get into better shape, but at least stay there. That's going to be the goal. All right, so number 10, it's not going to be for everybody. This is going to be, again, going back to the top, variety streamer or channel. Going to be content for everybody. So for number 10, I want to add, and mainly this is more like bring out because it's in storage, but add, and let's see, we'll just call it signs, I guess, for this. Signs to walls. We'll also put displays. There we go. So yeah, don't know, this looks terrible. This writing really got bad. So at 10, add signs and displays to the walls. As you can see, the walls in this place are OSB, which are perfect for hanging things. And there's not been a lot of video around here yet. I've kind of just filmed behind my table because it's the easiest place to set the tripod, but I own a lot of various antique signs. Always have my dad got started in it, and just for whatever reason, it rolled over, I guess. So I currently have a lot of signs in storage again, haven't moved them out here. I've kind of been waiting to see how much stuff I end up pulling out of my parents' basement. And once I get that stuff out, then I can kind of add the stuff that I have. But again, I realize that's not going to be for everybody, especially with a lot of people on this channel or the Instagram possibly wanting, again, the nerd comic stuff. That one's probably going to be a stretch, but it kind of piggybacks off the finish the house one. So 10 and 3 kind of go hand in hand. There's also a pool table I'd like to move up here. That'd be pretty cool. That would give me a ping pong table, foosball, and pool table, as well as an arcade, but that's for a later video. But anyway, yeah, so number 10, add signs, displays to walls. So that rounds out the list. So I'm sure I'm gonna look back and probably when I'm editing this and go, well, I really forgot something, but that's okay. Let's do a quick recap. Number 1, 100 Instagram followers, 30 YouTube subs. Again, I think the YouTube is gonna be difficult, the Instagram, slightly difficult. Number 2, try to attend 5 cons. I think this one's just if you can make the time for it. Cons are kind of expensive. Don't know when prices for tickets got so bad. I think the last one I looked at was like $50 for a day, which I thought that was crazy. But anyway, try to attend 5 cons. Simple. Number 3, finish the house. This one's hard. This one requires work and stuff that I'm not exactly skilled with. I like to think I'm a jack of all trades, but that gets me in trouble a lot. So finish the house. Mainly master bath, master bedroom. Number 4, finish the BFD series, probably the second most one I'm looking forward to on this list because I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully the videos start taking off and people enjoy them too as much as I am. I know, again, it's kind of obscure with the investing side of collecting, but if you really stop and think about it, everybody who collects is technically an investor. I mean, they can say that they're not and like they don't sell things, which I don't sell things I put in my collection either. But at the end of the day, most people don't buy things at bad deals to put in the collection. Like if a thing is worth $100, most people don't run out and spend $200 on it. So, because that would be a bad investment. But anyway, finish the BFD series. Simple. Number 5, film 5 collabs with other people, 2 of which need to be with people I don't know. This one, not only difficult, scares me. It involves you to either make new friends or stream or film, interview, something of that, to find random people. Now, doing this at a con would be the easiest because you could just do interviews about anime or manga or comics, whatever. So that might be one of them. I would like to do some type of like Twitch stream with 4 people or something. Or maybe even Jackbox games. That's an idea. We get enough people watching the channel and we want to do a big old Jackbox, I guess that'd be a collab with the people watching. That'd be cool. Jackbox games are great. They're funny. So number 5, kind of tough, but I think we can do it. 6, start and complete the top 100 games list. This one, top of the list really for me. I'm looking forward to it. I love this idea. I think filming it's going to be fun. I want to know, I really want to know what hits the list. If I had to guess, I think I'm close now to I might be close to 3,000 games at this point, which isn't a ton. It sounds like a ton, but it's not a ton to some big collectors. But breaking that down to 100 and being able to do a little review, talk about the nostalgia of the game, and just share the memories. I think I'll enjoy that part because a lot of the games that are going to be on the list are going to be, a memory I've had with, either playing them with my sister or playing them with friends or, just getting the game possibly even would be the memory. But start and complete the top 100 game list. That's 6. By far the one I'm looking forward to the most. Number 7, complete 12 new video games. I think this one's going to be easy if I can just get into a rhythm. I don't know. I think I played maybe 2 new games last year. And I wish I could find the video. I shared it to my story. Somebody shared it from their store, and that's how I found it. But it was a podcast talking about how single player stuff had kind of drifted away. Not that the games necessarily were bad, but just the fact that many people weren't playing single player stuff. You've got so many people, especially with streamers, you've got so many people playing the big multiplayer games. When it started with Among Us. Among Us had 8 to 12 people, and that was so hot with streamers because it was just so easy to make content. And I get it. If you're, especially if you're a new streamer, you just have to go with the flow. But when I recently played Dispatch again, it was so good. And it gave me that just rush of finishing a game, beating a game, but it was also that same feeling of I don't want to beat the game because when you beat it, it's over. But I guess that hinges on the old saying of what is it, cry because it happened, not because it's over. But anyway, complete 12 new games. Again, think it's easy. Number 8, host a D&D story game. Not easy. Not easy at all. Just hosting it is kind of difficult, but filming it for content's a whole nother beast. Live streaming it would be a nightmare. So I don't know. I think I could do this with board games easier than I could do it with D&D. Getting somebody to write a story for this too, and not to mention, how long would you film it for? 5 hours? That's why a stream would work better. But anyway, I guess you could split it into episodes. But again, number 8, host a D&D story game. That's probably the iffiest one on the list. Number 9, stay in shape. I think this one's pretty doable for me. I could be totally wrong, and we could look back on this at the end of the year and go, wow, I got out of hand real fast. But at a certain point, I'm gonna have to plateau on weight. I've continued to drop, don't know how much further I wanna drop. And after that, I'm gonna have to pick up the calorie intake and just level off. So I think the lowest I'm willing to go is 160. I don't really wanna get to that far. I think that's a scary number for me. I'm not a huge guy by any means. I think I'm 5'10". So that's probably that healthy number, but again, Stay in shape, number 9, we'll see. And last but not least, 10, add signs and displays to the walls. This, again, kind of filters into 3, to be honest, but I think this is more of like, again, just getting done with it, getting finished with this. If at the end, and again, finish the house, at the end of 2026, I'd like this house to be fully done, fully, you know, to where it's easier to add. Like now I buy something and I kind of have to go, well, I don't know where I'm gonna put it because I haven't moved the other stuff. And that goes back to this one. Get the stuff out of storage, hang it on the wall, and then address how much space you have. Do you have more space for big signs? Do you have, you know, is it gonna be more like little thermometers? There's a clock behind me. Here's a thermometer. But yeah, so number 10, add signs, displays to walls, and that finishes out the 2026 goal. I think the list is pretty obtainable. It's kind of just holding yourself accountable. This one's more or less just, you know, stay active. That should have been a goal. I will probably tie that one into that, but yeah, so stay active, stay in shape, shoot some content, do a lot of work. Not looking forward to that one. Figure out how to host this thing, and I think it's all good. I think it's doable, fun list, and I'm looking forward to it. And as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.